everyone, and welcome to another Seismic Gaming Scrim thingy. Uh, we have Team 1 versus Team 2 as per usual. Team 1 is Toki's team. Toki, Kozak, Moose, Unfriendly, and Vig. And then we've got Genio with Mace, Jordan, Null, and Anvil against them. It'll be an interesting one. We're about to head into map bans right now. Okay, that's team 1. And we send a link to team 2 as well. There we go. Team 2. This will be interesting. As always, I am hoping for the less played maps. We've got Border and Clubhouse are out for this scrim as they're two most recently played maps. I'm hoping for a consulate scrim, honestly. We haven't had and it gets banned up first. Never mind. Okay. What else do we have then instead? Canal. We've never had a canal scrim. That could be fun. Canal, Outback. We've had Skyscraper and I think we've had Theme Park. No, actually we haven't had Theme Park before. So, Canal, Outback, Theme Park. I'd love to see those. Also, Cafe. I think we've had Cafe maybe once, maybe twice. And it gets banned out. So, all of my dreams quickly drowning. But, who knows? Maybe it works out. Who knows? Outback gets out. Okay, that still leaves Canal, Sky, and Theme up for grabs. I doubt any of them will actually end up being the maps we play. I think it's probably gonna come down between Bank and Oregon, honestly. Might come down to Coast. Who knows? Canal goes out. Yep, as expected. I want to see Bank the least. Bank now with Villa gone is the most played map in Seismic. Skyscraper goes out, and it's also I think the most played map just sort of across the season. I think I've played it. I know that I've played it a fuck ton. So I hope to not have to see it in the scrim again. But it's what if it's what the people want, then it's what the people get. Do we see another ban go out yet? Not yet. Nope. Bank, Coast, Oregon, and Theme still up for grabs. Which will it be? I think Team 1 will probably be very, very strong on Coastline since they do have quite a few fraggers. But then on the other hand, Team 2, they're very methodical, very strategic. I think you're going to benefit a lot from Oregon and from Bank. Especially with Mace as the sort of IGL. As he usually does take that role. I don't know what's slowing them down in this map ban currently. Why it's taking so long. Trying to figure it out. There we go. Coastline goes up next. Yeah, as I knew. And I think I called it earlier on that it'd come down between Bank and Oregon. Most likely. I don't think Team's gonna make the sort of final cut of 2 maps left on the board. But still, who knows? And yeah, Theme Park goes out. It's between Bank and Oregon now. What will it be? I'm hoping for Oregon just because we haven't seen it in a long time, but at the same time, Oregon can be kind of a dull map sometimes. So, it'll be interesting. Bank has a very interesting track record because we have both, 7-0s, but then we also have full OT on it. It's going to be interesting. Of course, the results of this scrim will be counting towards the R6 leaderboards, which represent the 5 sort of quote-unquote best players in each category. We've got the wins, we've got the wins per map, we've got the kills, the Geyser kills. It's a very thorough leaderboard. My god, they're really just taking their time with this shit. I don't know why it's taking that long. But you know what? I think this is the first time that and there we go, Oregon goes out. We have another bank scrim. Well, who had that on their bingo card is winning big money now. And just to see the sides, of course Team 1 picks the side and they pick defense. We'll get the lobby set up and we'll be right back with the stream. Stay tuned.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't never gonna stop. No, no. Oh, I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Never gonna stop now, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby.
And here we go. We're starting now the competitive scrim number 4, Brutal Swarm competitive scrim number 4. Obviously, it's not the 4th one we've ever had. It's just the 4th one this season so far. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm actually kind of really looking forward to this matchup. I think it's going to be a really big one. You know, Vig and Unfriendly, they're a very, very strong duo. But then, you know, Genio, Jordan Mace, they're really not to be messed with. They all have their they all have their advantages and disadvantages, so it'll be very, very interesting to see this particular matchup. First ban ends up being Jackal. I think that was pretty expected for Bank. I think everyone could have seen that coming. Next coming, Dokebi. I did not see Dokebi coming. It's a really good ban. It's a really good ban. She's a really strong, especially recently. I mean, those double EMPs, Impact EMPs, Gaunt 6, DMR, and a really good DMR at that. She's a really well-rounded operator. Not to even mention her gadget, which is crucial in a roam clear. So they're immediately just banning out that any sort of roam clear with the Jackal and the Dokebi, but also hindering roaming in itself by banning Alibi, who's a very strong roam operator. I don't know if that was necessarily a target ban onto anybody. I think that's just a sort of a meta ban because people are starting to realize how strong Alibi really is, and Valk, of course, in the end goes out as well. Which is interesting to see a Dokebi and a Valk ban go up together. Usually you ban Dokebi if you're really intending to play Valk, or you would leave Dokebi up and then ban the Valk, or leave both of them up. Lockers and CCTV is the first
Attackers need to locate
site
and
of
defuse
choice
bombs.
for Team 1. Very interesting setup here from them, bringing that Capcan, of course, Toki. I'm surprised that they didn't go for a target ban on him. Big playing Oryx, which is going to be crucial for roaming on this top floor. And interesting that they brought the castle with Moose, but they're not doing the sort of meta, or they are doing the meta thing with castle of playing above in
10 seconds to
an
go.
open area, but they're usually what you do is you castle what he's castling now,
5
but
seconds
you
to
also
insertion.
leave this hatch open, if not both of them, so that you can fall back.
Attacker's
if
objective is
you
to
get
locate a
attacked.
bomb
But I
and
think
defuse
he's
it.
just, you know, we ride together, we die together type of ideology, and it looks like the attack is already being fronted
located by
by
attackers.
Genio. Who is making his way all the way down blue stairs. I forgot my buttons again. I have to bear with me for a second. There we go, Genio pulled back into electrical again. Aware of defensive
The
presence
attacker's bomb
inside of open
diffuser has
area.
been dropped. Attackers have
Little
recovered their
information he has
diffuser.
by himself, and information that he has from his team. And there goes the opening kill. Genio kills Moose, who's trying to reinforce, and he gets Big as well, who I don't know if he was just unaware of Genio's presence entirely, or if he was trying to bait. But that quickly puts them into a 3v5. These defenders having to defend quite heavily now. The Genio has got those 2 opening kills. Kozak's still above, and he's being hunted heavily by, I think that's Jordan up here. Yeah, Jordan, and that's Null as well. They're clearing out Kozak, not letting him sit here, and he's on 1 HP here, being attacked from multiple sides, and that's now 2v5 as they're just clearing out these roamers. Toki and Unfriendly having to do a lot of work now. Minute 30 still left to go. That's a lot of time still left for these attackers, and a lot for them to do, but it's not going to be that difficult. Genio peeks from elevator, and he gets the kill, all up to Unfriendly now in a 1v5 in this first round. Could he get the kill here on Genio? He cannot! And there goes Genio with the flawless round and a 4K. What a round. What a 4K there from Genio. Could have almost been an ace. Wow. What an opening to this scrim. Sheesh. I do want to point out, Genio is the only one with really high ping, of course, playing from the Middle East onto EU West servers. Gives him a slight advantage. We saw him really quick peek those angles, especially onto Unfriendly and Toki there at the end. Taking advantage of that high ping, not letting it be a
Attackers
hindrance.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And of course Moose as well, playing on high ping from the US.
Time to armor up.
Back downstairs they go. They're going to try and defend us again. Moose this time taking Legion instead of the castle, because last time he was caught off guard entirely. Oh, unfortunately double reinforcing this wall, which you don't really want to do. You want to make some head holes in the left-hand wall so that you can see all the way from inside of lockers into or onto main stairs, so that attackers
10
don't get
seconds to
that
insertion.
confident. Because if they come down these stairs and they see that that wall is double reinforced,
5
they can
seconds
push
to
it
insertion.
all the way down and peek you through this double doorway. So
Attackers'
not
objective is to
really
locate a bomb and
the
defuse it.
best decision. And it looks like that's
Keep an eye on those.
Kozak with a shotgun on Rook playing above. They brought the cave this time to make sure that those hatches stay soft, but that's not really what their problem was. Genio, again, making his way inside of electrical, being supported by Anvil, and
See you on the other side.
I'm not sure where that Habana is breaching something. I think that might be above. That they're breaching into somewhere. Could be. I'm really lost for where this Habana is, where Mace is. It does look like, yeah, that was, I think that was the server hatches that got open. So that's already
A bomb has been
control of
located.
server that they have very, very quickly. And it doesn't look like the defenders really are aware of the control that they have gained. And it's Moose with an unlucky TK onto Vig. Oh, that is really unlucky. I don't know if he mistook him for an attacker or if that was just a misclick. Somebody walked into somebody's fire, but we get our first team kill, and Genio just on site takes out Unfriendly. Meanwhile, Jordan taking out Kozak elsewhere. Genio killing Moose in the end, and Toki in a 1v5 unfortunately can't do much as he gets taken out by Noel, and that's round 2 that goes to Team 2, aka Team Genio. An insane start for these attackers. You know, Bank is notorious for being a very defender-sided map, so the fact that they're cleaning up like this is, I mean, it's saying a lot for Team 2 currently. This is huge. But Team 1 are not letting up, and
Attackers
they
need
are
to locate and defuse
taking
bombs.
their chances on another on another bottom floor, another basement defense. And in fairness, the defense itself could work well if they just didn't lose half their team to roam clear. I mean, they really are struggling to keep this roam alive. They get absolutely eaten up by these attackers, and it's really difficult
10
to
seconds
really
remaining.
shoot anything when you're, 30 seconds into
5 seconds
the
left.
game, and it's already a 3v2, or it's already a
Attackers must
3v5.
locate and defuse a bomb.
Now that's a really, really interesting play there from Kozak to place that Goya canister on top of that hatch, because of course they can't reach that hatch without blowing that Goya canister, which means that they waste a lot of time. They waste about 40 seconds trying to get rid of that. Genio, again, just absolutely confident and aggressive, making his way through electrical, and behind him as well is, I think, Jordan again. Or Anvil. Yeah, Anvil behind him. Just completely uncontested is Genio, who's making his way inside the server. Is he gonna drop this hatch confidently? Doesn't look like he's gonna do that. Gonna push down blue stairs instead. Mace losing a little bit of HP offside. Oh, that was from the fall from the skylight. Of course, confident that
Bomb
he can
located
afford
by attackers.
to take that sort of damage. And Genio, inside of blue, is already taking a gunfight alongside Anvil. Now, this is the longest that we've seen these defenders stay alive for. Are they aware that there's a defender inside of open area? I'm not sure who that is. Looks like Genio is going to look for him. But will he actually notice him? And this could be huge. He does not notice him, and that's big with the huge roam to get rid of 2. And the fucking The odds are swung in defense's favor for the first time so far in this half. Big with a huge 2K onto Genio and onto Mace. That's their verticality gone. He tries to get another one, but it's Jordan who takes him out instead. Nice refrag, but that's a lot of time wasted now with 50 seconds left on the clock. And a man disadvantage. This could be the most difficult round we've had so far. Toki taking a lot of damage, and it's Jordan who falls next at the hands of Kozak.
Gemini's out of commission.
All up to Anvil and Null. They do have this breach open, and they do have some sort of site control to maybe go for a quick plant. Null very recklessly pushes in through the Aruni gate. Gets picked off, as does Anvil in the end. Great try there from the two of them, but not quite enough as Team 1 takes their first round. I think persistence paid off in staying true to that basement site and figuring out what was wrong every single time to get this show on the road and to put themselves on the map. And they finally did that. A huge round from them and a huge 2K from Vig to get those two opening
Attackers
kills.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
Tellers
can.
and CEO, they go. This is usually the more favored site. People love this site, but I think more recently people have been loving lockers more, CC lockers, just because I think this site has become a little bit too predictable. People just know how to attack it, and then they're immediately at a sort of off-footing, off-balance, because you're not really prepared for the attackers to disassemble your defense that quickly.
10 seconds
Usually
remaining.
you'd want to bring a castle, make sure that you kind of have cover, or at the very
5
least,
seconds to
you know,
go.
regular barricade these windows, because they do cut off quite a lot of rotation.
Attackers are moving out to locate
through
a
the
bomb
site.
and defuse it.
And, you know, you can still get wallbang through them, yes, but they do waste bullets and they do let you know, hey, there's attackers over there. Let's be more wary of that. This looks like it's going to be a split push, 2 coming from the east and 3 coming from the west. Or rather 2-2, can't find a 5th. 5th might be Genio, who might be going off on his own. As he does tend to do quite often with Genio. But it doesn't look like he's joined by Anvil. And yeah, it's a split push, 3-2. Which is a pretty standard
Bomb
push.
located by attackers.
On these windows is Jordan. Now that is a very strong spot to be holding. It doesn't look like he's alone there either. His teammates there as well. Mace on the site windows already, holding that presence. Of course, can't get run out on because Jordan has that covered, and Moose gets down, gets killed by Genio, who has made his way inside of site already. He has complete control over site now, as well as the breach. Vig goes down next to Mace, and Genio pushes him very recklessly all the way into site without getting droned in. Unfriendly takes him out. Takes these odds a little bit more in the favor of defense, but I don't know how much that's going to be worth, as Unfriendly with a nice shot does down Anvil. But unfortunately, it's not enough, as Null takes him out and takes Kozak out while he's at it, leaving everything up to Toki. This looks like it's going to be another round for Team 2. Toki with a return back to site does take out Anvil, who is already in very low HP for getting downed. But is this going to be
Attackers
enough?
activating the
Those windows are going to be his Achilles heel right now, because even if he takes these 2 out, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get rid of Mace on those windows, and it doesn't look like he's going to need to, because they get rid of him before he even has a chance to. Another round for Team 2. It looks like the only round that they were able to win was that one round on CCTV, as they are not looking very confident on this other side of the situation. Can they survive this? Can they bring it out? Or will this be a case of it's just a very attacker-sided map all of a
attackers
sudden,
need to locate and
and they're
defuse
going
bombs.
to swing it back in their favor once they switch to halves. Who knows?
I'm on guard.
But back to oh my goodness, I forgot what the set is called. Back to offices they go. This time they do bring that castle that I spoke about. You do want that castle. I think they're gonna try and barricade probably these outside windows, which is usually not really what you want to do when you bring
10
the castle.
seconds remaining.
My warm recommendation is
5
barricade the
seconds
window
left.
that Kozak had just jumped through. A couple of these windows, you know, it depends on your play
Attacker's
style.
objective is to
Usually,
locate a bomb and
2
defuse it.
2 and 3 or 1 and 3 are your best bet. And then barricade, of course, this double door that is the most crucial door to barricade. And then just blow open as many of these walls as you can. Make as many sightlines as you can and play from inside of front/tellers or front desk, sorry, and get that coverage as much as possible. Jordan back on those windows, and I think Mace is as well on this side. Not yet, but he probably will be soon. The rest of the attack coming from the opposite end, and it looks like Genie is already engaging in a little bit of a gunfight with Big. And of course, not alone in doing that. Big holding on to stock, being hunted right now. And Genio pushes his way all the way to vending machine. He takes a lot of damage at the hands of Big, and he does die at the hands of Big, but it gets traded out immediately by Mace, who is at 50 HP, but he has information about Moose being below. That must have been some heavy drone, or just a really, really good feeling from Mace to swing that advantage back again. Jordan making his way up these spiral stairs. Walks into the goop mine that he just spotted himself. He could have meleeed it or shot it to get rid of it.
A bomb has been located.
Inside of meeting is, I think that was Unfriendly, who got droned out, had to relocate. But he stays in there. Jordan takes some damage.
Reload.
Unfriendly pulled all the way back into sight, and it looks like they have all of these walls open as well. Minute left on the clock, which is more than enough for these attackers to make a push for it. It looks like they're going to be a little bit more careful than that. And they're droning. Kozak drops the hatch. Will this be a successful flank, or will it not really work out as much as they hope to? Toki takes out Null. He tries to push it to sight. And could they be taking this back again? Jordan tried to make his way inside a meeting. Mace behind him taking a lot of damage, as is Toki trying to swing pretty much everything. Anvil next goes down. Kozak with that huge flank that I spoke about when he dropped that hatch. That is huge now, leaving these attackers in a 2v3 with no diffuser, and Kozak takes down Mace as well. It's all up to Jordan now, who is on half HP and no diffuser in hand. Only 20 seconds left on the clock, and 3 more attackers, 3 more defenders to get rid of. I don't think he can do this, and Unfriendly takes him out. Jordan with a good try, but unfortunately it was not quite enough. Another round goes to Team 1. This is a nice little back and forth. They're bringing it back. They're not letting themselves get taken advantage of that easily. Team 2 have secured themselves at least an even split this half. Could they take an advantage this round, or take the lead this round, or will it really be an even split? Can Team 1 hold on to this? They're going back to CCTV, which they lost twice, won once. Can they do it again? We'll have to see.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It looks like it's going to be nearly an identical lineup from the defense. With the difference of Kozak this time bringing Thorn, which I think could be huge. Jordan has some bugs right now. Unfortunately, nothing we can do about that right now. If there's any glitches or bugs, we can only take care of that during the pick phase, of course. If somebody needs to reset their game or
10 seconds
something
remaining.
like that, we can't really do that currently, as we cannot pause the game. We can't really
5
do
seconds
anything
left.
to the game. But yeah,
Attackers must
this
locate and defuse
basement
the
setup,
bomb.
and exactly as I spoke in the first round, that they made the mistake of leaving this this wall reinforced. Just allows the attackers to push all the way through.
Attackers have
And it looks
located
like
a bomb.
a sewer attack is already happening here from Null, the Nomad, who does drone out Kozak and Thorn
All set to blow it up.
inside of servers. Will they push for him? Kozak bringing the shoddy, which is very peculiar, but not necessarily the wrong choice. And it looks like the attack is also coming from main lobby, where they've got rid of this hatch already. And Genio looks like he's going to push down main stairs. This control is looking ever more present from these attackers. Genio making his way down main, gets stopped by a
Attackers
goo
have dropped
mine,
the bomb
and
diffuser.
decides to drone himself out. That Maestro cam could be a little bit of trouble, but I don't think it will be, as Animal with the Flores drone takes it out. And there goes Mace with the hard breach charges to get that wall open. And it looks like they're already getting ready for that execute. And only a minute or so is gone. There's a lot of time still left. And it's Genio who just makes his way right into sight, takes out one, gets immediately traded out. Huge play there from Toki to not die to Genio, because that would have been a huge advantage given to the attackers had he gotten taken out. And, you know, that Maestro cam might really be trouble, but I don't know if it will be, as Jordan is making his way inside this breach. And there goes it! The Maestro cam is out. Impacts are out as well. They're slowly wasting their utility, and they're still yet to actually prevent this plan from going down. They are wasting a lot of time, though, so it could be huge. Mace, meanwhile, opening up that hatch and cutting off any sort of push from these defenders. 4v3 now, as Anvil at some point went down. Mace takes out Toki to bring it back down to a 3v3, and Jordan with the plan down now. This is going to be a very, very difficult retake, but maybe it's not going to be that hard, as Vic takes out Mace, who was in a crucial position above. That air jab actually saves Vig's life there, as he takes out one. All up to Jordan now with the vertical advantage, but he's not quick enough, as they get that diffuser disabled, and they secure and even split this half. Team 1 bring it back right before the split. Huge round there, and a huge rotation from Vig. What a huge whatchamacallit, fuck. Rotate, obviously, through the top floor to get that vertical control. Unlucky that they didn't have any air jabs or any drones to let Mace know
Attackers
that
need
he
to
was
locate
coming,
and defuse bombs.
because that really hurt them. And we see Team 1 instead, or Team 2, sorry, opting to go for a top floor defense first, bringing a slightly different lineup, but all in all, pretty much the same. Interestingly, they're bringing 2 shields
Bomb located by
Team 1
attackers.
on this attack. Well, I don't know if Toki is gonna bring the shield on fuse, but so far bringing 2 shields with the Osa and the
10 seconds remaining.
Blitz on Kozak. It's interesting that we didn't see Anvil
5
bring the
seconds
Blitz
remaining.
anytime. We know he loves a good Blitz.
Attackers are heading
So
out to
far,
defuse a bomb.
nothing. Interesting that they brought the Goyo, and they went for a double reinforcement on this top square wall. Sometimes people like to put some holes in there, make this a little bit more difficult to contest. And it looks like Kozak is already making his way through basement. Of course, very loud and very chunky. They're gonna know that he's coming before he has a chance to defend himself. He is getting droned in, but it's still all very slow for him. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is setting themselves up elsewhere. I think that's Genio on the roam, yeah, inside of open area, and they know about Kozak. Jordan takes him out with a vertical, he takes him out from inside of Tellers. That is a huge pick there. because now they have that man advantage. Of course, you're never wanting to be disadvantaged by one person. Moose pretty disconnected from his team, and I don't think that this team is quite as coordinated as Team 2 was in their attacks. They're very disconnected, very disjointed. It doesn't look like they have a set plan of what they want to do, where they want to go, who they want to push first. And these roamers, with 90 seconds already wasted, are still staying put. It's Jordan and Genio inside of open area and Tellers, completely uncontested. And it looks like it's going to be another one joining them. And there goes Jordan taking out Moose as well. Meanwhile, Anvil joins them down here. As does Null. I think they're just completely abandoned site because they know that they don't have to worry about it. Toki, meanwhile, takes out Null. That's a huge kill there. C4 goes out, doesn't pick up anybody. And a 3v4. Not a lot of time left on their hands. These attackers are slowly starting to make their way inside of sight. Meanwhile, all the defenders are slowly starting to rotate back, and Genio with a very good C4 onto Toki. Leaves Vig and Unfriendly in a 2v5 or a 2v4, but make it a 1v4 as Vig is all by himself with Unfriendly down, but not out. He knows there's one to his left, he knows there's one far to his right. He does take out Genio. Anvil, meanwhile, cleans up on Unfriendly. Nice flick there from Vig to take out Jordan as well. This is a lot more
15 seconds
doable,
left.
especially with Anvil and very low HP, but can he actually achieve it?
10 seconds
That's
to go.
the real question.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Vig recovers the diffuser, but gets taken out immediately by Anvil behind this desk. Huge round for Team 2. Take the lead in this second half.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And after a huge victory on the top floor, they're going for a basement defense this time. Bringing a lot of area denial, as well as plant denial with those C4s and those impacts. And of course, the Goya canisters, as well as Genio in his natural habitat playing the Maestro on this site. It doesn't look like this team is opting for
5 seconds left before insertion.
that
Attackers'
sort of
objective
defense
is to locate a
either,
bomb and
where
defuse
you
it.
play inside of open area and open up those hatches. It's of course a pro league strat, and it works very well, but it's a very difficult strat to pull off. And if you do lose that open area control early, then it's sort of wasted. Mace on a very, very, very deep roam all the way on top floor. That could be huge if he is left undetected. Jordan as well roaming, not so deep, and it looks like there's already gunfights going on inside of servers. That's Null taking gunfights, taking out a couple lives as well. Suddenly this is a
Attackers have recovered
3v5.
their diffuser.
Not even a minute has gone, and these attackers are already struggling. Unfriendly looks like he's gonna pull back, not really attack there anymore. Probably gonna join his teammates on the opposite end of the map. And this could be very, very bad here for Moose, who opts out of rappelling inside of top floor, where he could have gone killed by Mace had he caught him. Kozak slowly making his way inside of stock alongside Unfriendly. 90 seconds left. They know about Mace on the roam. They've just droned him. They don't know that he is gone into sight, or maybe they do. They're just waiting him out, and that impact goes out, reveals Mace's position. and also gives Kozak an in to his location. He's getting contested by Moose all the way from main lobby. Currently cannot get droned out due to using his gadget to conceal himself from any drones. Kozak and a friendly still hunting him, and they do get him in the end. But he's wasted a lot of time there for them.
Reloading, cover me!
And they still have all of these Goyo canisters to pop, which could slow them down even more. Making their way down main stairs into the garage. Moose loses his life at the hands of Anvil. They place down another air jab, but I don't know how much it's going to be worth. Kozak reveals his position for shooting at that new jammer.
Attackers have dropped the bomb
Unfriendly,
diffuser.
meanwhile, pushing straight across and into sight. Gets down and gets killed in the end by Anvil, who is an absolute menace with the SMG-11 currently. Huge round there for Team 2. They bring themselves ever so close to match point. Can Team 1 bring this back around, or will it end as a folk tale of the team that couldn't? It looks like we're going for a change of scenery down there.
Attackers need to
in
locate
Team
and
1,
defuse bombs.
instead of going for either upstairs or downstairs, which they've won, which they've lost both times. They're opting for
Bomb located by attackers.
staff room? Is that what it's called? I'm sorry. Open area and kitchen is what they're going for instead. I think the staff room is actually stock, but everyone calls it stock. I don't know. But anyway, they're going for this ground floor defense instead. Still bringing the same lineup.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Mace, instead of going for the vigil, this
Attacker's
time is going
objective is to
for
defuse
the
a bomb.
warden, which is going to be huge. Especially considering the fact that they're bringing Ying, which I don't know if they anticipated that they would be bringing Ying, or I don't know if Mace just sort of knew that they'd be bringing Ying, or if they were bringing Ying anyway and they just didn't see the warden. But that could be very huge. The alliance cans go out, and that usually indicates a push from at least one direction. And it looks like that push has been made as Genio takes out Moose by running out. It is a huge kill and a very aggressive move that really paid off there for Genio.
Sequential breach activated.
Vig could hurt himself here if he's not careful. Of course, you don't want to fall from too high of a drop, or you could hurt yourself. Vig, meanwhile, taking a lot of damage at the hands of, I think that's probably Mace on the roam. He does take him out. That's a huge pick there, but he's on 1 HP, and they do not have a Finka to heal. Neither do the defenders have a Thunderbird to steal some HP from. Vig very confidently drops the hatch, and it's Null who cleans him up, but if it wasn't him, it would have been Genio. Oh, and Null with a huge kill onto Kozak and a very nice shot. Meanwhile, Unfriendly killing Jordan up above, allowing them a little bit more breathing room, but it's still not over yet. Toki, meanwhile, cleaning up on Anvil, and they're breaking open these hatches, breaking open these walls, giving themselves a little bit more sight lines, as well as not allowing these defenders to get any bit comfortable. Null on half HP. Genio, meanwhile, in a very strong flank, and he does down Unfriendly. Decides to kill him with the goo mine. There he goes. Genio with an interesting kill all up to Toki now. He's already engaging in a gunfight against Null, and he does get taken out by Null. Team 2 win round 9. Bring themselves on to match point. It's 6-3 and a huge round from Team 2. Genio so far leading not only his team, but the scoreboard as a whole in kills. That is going to be very good for for his entry into the leaderboards, as well as, of course, getting that kill with the ghoul mine. That's also going to get him on the gadget kills leaderboard. So he's really thinking ahead and making sure he's staying on top of these things, on top of these stats. Moose, so far, the only one dropping 0 kills.
Attackers need to locate
You
and
never
defuse
like
as
that.
many bombs
You
as
never
they
want to
can.
see that. I hope he gets a kill before this match is over. You never like seeing people drop donuts. It fills me with all the sad feelings. Because you don't want to see that. You don't want to see people feeling
Bomb
like they
located by
contribute
attackers.
and people contributing. You know, of course, people can contribute in lots of other ways that don't include just kills. But I think people generally get a little bit of a serotonin buff from
10 seconds
kill.
left
You know,
before
it's just
insertion.
nice. Back to top 4 they go.
5 seconds to
Mason
go.
bringing the Thorn and Noel opting for an Azami, which we haven't
Attackers'
seen played
objective
so
is to
far.
defuse a bomb.
Very, very strong. Or I think we actually have seen her on the opposite half. Broad once or twice. But she's a very, very strong operator, very underrated operator, and Big, getting spawn peeked undoubtedly at the hands of Genio. Takes a little bit of damage. Genio still relentless on this window. Tries to go for a C4, but opts instead to keep it in pocket as he rotates all the way down through basement to try and badger someone else. Kozak taking point on these windows. With the 0 cams, he can get very good coverage of the map and make sure that he knows where these defenders are whenever he needs to, whenever his team needs him to. The rest of the attack slowed down, not really pushing anything as of yet, just droning out the entries, droning out these rooms, making sure that they're safe to actually go in. Moose being the first one to actually push himself inside. And this could be huge if Genio is unaware of his presence inside a garage. But that's Jordan instead. Meanwhile, Noel as well gets taken out by Big on the opposite end. Genio, who once was inside of basement, is now rotated all the way up the main stairs. He's waiting
Attackers drop the bomb diffuser.
for Moose. Meanwhile, Big inside of sight, taking point. A couple more defenders go down, and it's all up to Mace on a flank, who does take out one, but gets immediately traded out, and that's not quite gone yet for Toki. All up to Genio now on a 1v4. We've seen him clutch like this, but
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
that is a very strong team that he's having to compete against, and on high ping as well. It's Big who wins the gunfight. Good try, Genio, but not good enough. And 6-4, they keep it around. They keep it alive for at least one more round. Team 1. And Moose, the premonition, he got 2 kills in the round. I think it's quite undoubtable now that I have magic powers when it comes to this. Because if you go back to a lot of scrims that I've casted over the past year, I think pretty much every time that I say, oh, that person doesn't have any kills, in the round following,
Defenders, protect your
me
bombs
saying
from being
that they
defused by
get their
attackers.
first kill or their first few kills, depending on how well they're doing. But I think at this point it's undeniable. I mean, it was looking grim. It wasn't looking too great for them. They were on match point, and it was looking all like they were going to lose it. And then Moose
Attackers
picks
have
it up,
located a bomb.
takes 2 kills, and they take another round for themselves. This is a huge moment for them. They could take this to overtime. It's not a long way away now. You know, when it's that sort of 6-3, you know, you're
10
kind
seconds to insertion.
of on the back foot, and you know they still are in a quite
5
bad
seconds
position.
remaining.
Don't really want to be in this much of a disadvantage because one wrong move
Attackers'
and you lose the
objective is
entire
to
game.
defuse a
But
bomb.
it's looking a lot brighter for them now than it did before. And again, that deep roam from Mace, as well as from Jordan, and it looks like Null is going to be contesting this server push again, getting droned out pretty extensively. It's Big who pushes in, and what a shot from Null to take out Big, and to also get control of the diffuser inside of Dirt Tunnel. What the fuck did I just witness? My god, that is a nice shot. Genio contesting this person. Garage taking a little bit of damage is Unfriendly, who's trying his hardest. They are getting some pings onto Genio, but he's already pulled his way back. Not really wanting to get too aggressive. Meanwhile, Mace still on a very, very deep roam. Still uncontested, as is Jordan inside of open area. Still uncontested, doesn't look like they're even going for these hatches in the first place. And they can't do that anyway, unless Moose gets his way down there with the can openers. Seeing as they don't have any other form of hardware. They are pushing from Garage pretty heavily, trying to make that happen, but I don't know how much of that's going to work. Mace, meanwhile, jumps out, and they're gonna be expecting him, which they are.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I think he's probably here just to distract them, to waste their time, to force them to push him. Of course, he knows that he's being detected. He knows that he's being hunted, and that's exactly what he wants. Toki peeking this angle, loses the gunfight to Genio, but Toki, they trade each other actually. Toki does take him out in the end. Moose makes his way inside of sight, takes out Anvil, and that's a huge kill there. Of course, Genio is dead, so that Maestro is not going to be doing him any good other than sight watch. 2v2 now. Blinds them. Kozak blinds Unfriendly. They do smoke off the entrance. They don't have the diffuser though, so they're gonna have to make a run for it. Null does take a lot of damage, and he does take out, or Mace does take out Kozak in the end. It's all to Unfriendly now. And a 1v2. He loses it, unfortunately. That's GG's. Team 2 win it 7-4. Null absolutely dominating this field with 13 kills on the board. What a match. What a matchup. That's competitive scrim number 4 completed. I don't know if we're going to have another one. That wasn't planned. We're going to see if people want to do another one. There was quite a lot of people signed up, so we might get another one. Who knows? For now, we'll take a break. We'll be back shortly. And we are back. We're just heading straight into map bans right now. Doing another scrim. It was decided. People have voted. They're doing another scrim. It's pretty much the same. Well, it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. It's the same people, but different teams. Okay. There you go. That's team 2, and that's team 1. There we go. Map bans are a go, or they should be. There we go. Okay. Now, of course, Bank has just been played, so it is out of the map pool, alongside Border, who is the other most recently played map, which brings Clubhouse back into the pool. Of course, Clubhouse was out of the pool last scrim, as it was most recently played. This is a competitive scrim. This is competitive scrim 5, even though I don't think I updated my overlays to confirm that, but this is competitive scrim 5, so it counts the same as, you know, competitive scrim 4 and competitive scrim 3, which both were included in the R6 leaderboards. This one will be included too, so the next time that we get an update, it'll be a pretty hefty one, as it'll be including at least these 2 scrims. We might get another one if people are that up for it. You know, I could cast all day, just say the word, but I don't know if people are going to be wanting to be playing. It's the same people, just different teams. Outback goes out first. That is depression session right now, but it is what it is. I'm weirdly enough, I kind of want a coastline scrim. I really want a coastline scrim. I don't think we've had it, or a cafe. We haven't had a ton of those maps. We had one scrim on coastline about a month back, but from what I heard, it was kind of chaotic, so not really your typical competitive scrim. Consulate and Theme Park go out next. Sad about Theme Park. Kind of glad about Consulate, but also I kind of want to see Consulate get played on a scrim, just because I don't think we've ever had it once. For a long time, it wasn't even in the map pool. So yeah, now we're just waiting to see what else comes. Again, hoping for a coastline, or maybe even a canal scrim. Canal scrim would be fun. Skyscraper goes out next. What a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Next we get rid of coastline. Well, what can you do? It's all down to cafe and canal now for me. I would really want to avoid both club and Oregon. You know, haven't had Oregon in a long time. I don't know, the last time I said that I kind of miss it, but you know, not that much, really. Not when it's between cafe and canal, really. Club goes out, that bodes well. What will it be? 3 maps left, cafe, canal, Oregon. One is a fan favorite. One is lovingly called Boregan, and canal goes out. It's between cafe and Oregon. This could be a huge one. What will it be? Cafe? Oregon? Who knows? I really would like to see a cafe scrim, because we've had Oregon before, and I don't remember having cafe. I think we've had it once or maybe twice before, but that was, God, that was in the spring. Oregon goes out, and we do get a Cafe Dostoevsky scrim. What a huge, huge play this is. I am very excited about this. I don't know about all of you people watching, and maybe even the people playing. Now I know that the logos say Team 1 and Team 2, but the names are Team 3 and Team 4, just so that we don't get it confused with the previous scrim, as it is different people, or it is different lineups. And that'll be Team 4, so Jordan's team that will be defending on Cafe when we return from this short break to get the lobby set up. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got some have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't never gonna stop. No, no. Oh, I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Never gonna stop now, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Woo-hoo. Never gonna stop now, baby.
And we are back again with Scrim number 5, competitive Scrim number 5, Brutal Swarm season. This time on Cafe Dostoevsky, we haven't had a Cafe Scrim in, I don't fucking remember how long, so this will be very, very interesting. Team 3 versus Team 4. Team 3, of course, being Mace's team. We got Anvil, we got Mace, we got Kozak, we got Nova, we got Genio. On the other end, we've got Jordan's team, Toki, Vig, Jordan, Unfriendly, Moose. Huge lineups all around. Now, we made it, we split them up a bit. We made it so that it's not quite the same lineups anymore, so that it's not the same team anymore. Make it a little bit interesting, but also make it so that it's not, you know, hugely in favor of one end. You know, we never like to see people getting 7 anything. So, Hopefully we get to see a little bit of overtime this time. Wink, wink. First bans go out. It's Dokebi, Jackal, and Alibi. Pretty much the same exact bans that we saw on Bank just a game before. Dokebi, again, very, very strong operator. Impact TMPs. Her gadget's really strong, makes roam clear 10 times easier than it already is a lot of the time. And Gaunt 6 DMR, she's a menace. She's an absolute menace. Jackal, of course, he is very strong. Let's not say he's not strong, but I think he's definitely a comfort ban for most people. Alibi, she's very OP. That M4 Storm is truly a storm of a gun. Having the 1.5x, which is probably the strongest scope in the entire game, that makes her incredibly powerful. Not to mention, of course, her gadget, the fact that she has a shield and a bailiff. She's an all-around insanely great operator. People are starting to see
Defenders,
through the
protect your bombs
facade
from being defused
of
by attackers.
innocence, and maybe, you know, that Italian accent is not quite enough anymore for people to be convinced that she's harmless. Kate, of course, another comfort ban to make it easier to breach into, of course, these lower sites. You know, freezer and of course the hatch and the freezer and red and bake. These are very, very strong push points, and they're that much easier to get when Kate is off the board. And not to mention, of course,
10 seconds to insertion.
piano wall is also a lot easier to get when you don't have a band
5
to worry
seconds
about.
left
But
before
that does
insertion.
mean the Valkyrie is on the board because she's not banned like
Attackers
she
must
was last
locate
game.
and defuse a
And
bomb.
Unfriendly is already taking advantage of that. Meanwhile, the attackers bringing a very strong lineup of support operators, as well as bringing the IQ, will be a force against the Valkyrie. Slowly, they're making their way up onto the roof. So far, no spawn peaks. We all know that Cafe is spawn peak heaven. Everybody wants to spawn peek. Nobody wants to get spawn peeked. And it's Jordan who spawn peeks Genio, takes
Attackers
him
have
out. That's
located
the
a
first
bomb.
kill so far in this game. Fortunately, we missed it. Oh, that was from the window. Jordan, of course, playing this cocktail area, securing it very well, apparently, considering the fact that Genio is deceased. Slowly getting these hatches opened. Wasting, unfortunately, the Flores drones, as they can't really use anything else. They A-spot claymores, and
Bomb located by attackers.
and look at that. That castle is going to be very, very
Attackers
annoying now
dropped
for
the
these attackers as they lose Kozak as well at the hands of Vig, who I think. Oh, that
Attackers
was.
have recovered their diffuser.
I don't know where that was from. Could have been through a window, maybe. That is really, really unfortunate. You're getting this piano wall open, but it's going to be a very, very hard attack for them. With less than 90 seconds left on the clock, and only 3 people left alive. It's going to be a very, very challenging round to try and win. Barricading the piano door is Moose. Making sure that they can't do
Attackers bombed
anything,
the
and
diffuser, has been dropped.
going for trades is Vig. Mace does get one, but it's not quite enough to get straight out immediately. Vig and Null both from low HP, but of course, oh, and Null with the huge 2K getting Vig and Toki both. Toki with a smoke canister in his dying breath takes out Null, leaving Anvil to fend for himself against 2 attackers, against 2 defenders. They do have Valk cams on him. They're spotting him. Gets rid of that cam. Goes for a little pre-fire. Unfortunately, misses. Misses again. He hits a couple shots with Unfriendly, but it's not enough to get him killed. It's on a Claymore. Make sure that he can't really get flanked all that easily. Doesn't have the diffuser in hand. Only 15 seconds left on the clock. And still 2 defenders to take care of.
15
Jordan, of
seconds
course,
to
all
go.
the way back in sight. Just chilling, not wanting to be
10
aggressive
seconds remaining.
as Unfriendly dies, and 7 seconds left. It's not enough for him to plant.
5
He's
seconds
gonna
to go.
have to be quick. Some pre-fires go, but unfortunately a
Operators
misclick and a
have
bit
run
of
out
a
of
whip.
time.
And unfortunately, Big loses that round. Jordan, good hold. He almost lost that, but he won it in the end. Good try from Big, and that was a good round that got very close. Closer than it should have, considering how they started out. Looks like people are having some issues with the game. I do want to point out what that retro says. Unfriendly. Well, it's up on the stream, so whenever you want to watch it, you can. As the stream will be
Attackers need to locate and
available
defuse
for
bombs.
everyone to see. We're streaming this on YouTube. Second time, last time didn't really go over so well. Couldn't hear anything. Hopefully this time
Bomb
it's better
located by attackers.
in terms of audio as well as the visual aspects. Toki bringing on the flash. Now we know he loves to play his shields. We know that he can be very, very threatening with that clash, and of course, if his team plays well around him, he could be very, very annoying.
10 seconds to go.
Really detrimental to these attackers. Now Moose, of course,
5 seconds
playing
left.
the castle with the proxies. That's my boy. Oh, and
Attackers
that's
objective is to
mistake
defuse
number
the bomb.
one right there. Of course, when you're playing castle on this site, you want to first of all make this a vaultable rotate to protect the big player better. But yes, you want to barricade that door. And typically you want to barricade also this window. And yes, you do want to get this double door. However, it is crucial that you leave this wall open, that you make yourself a little rotate, and you play inside of Whiskey Bar. Make some footholds into this single wall as well. It's pretty protected, and you can contest both this freezer push, which they're going for right away, not wasting any time. You can also contest any push from either main door or from restaurant, and that wall is getting opened up quick. Doesn't look like they have anybody really roaming, and they have this presence on lock. They have some shallow roaming, but not really anything too deep. No one above, except there is Jordan above, of course, undoubtedly, with the cap can. Takes out one. Genio hunting him, though, and he sees him go up the stairs. A little bit of a rubber band, and he misses that shot, but Jordan gets chased upstairs by Mace, and he does lose his life. Meanwhile, Kozak cleans up Moose as well. Genio absolutely terrorizing from above with the sledgehammer, making these vertical holes, making sure that they can't move, or that they have to stay in place. They can't contest one area. Kozak is very low HP, but still alive, and still providing support. That hatch gets open too, and that's giving additional support for this attack. This isn't looking very good currently for these attackers, especially with Toki on such low HP. This could end badly. Rotates all the way to red. Unfriendly, still stuck inside of code check, and Toki on red stairs does a little bit of damage to Genio, but Genio is going for a nade, and that nade is not cooked well enough. It does a lot of damage though, and Unfriendly tries to peek Genio, but unfortunately he does not win it as Genio cleans up another kill, and it's very quickly game over for Team 4? Yes, Team 4. It's gonna take some getting used to this. Team 3 take their first round. This is looking like it's going to be a bit of a more of a back and forth than we've seen before, or at least that's what we're hoping for. Am I right? Into round 3 we go.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Back downstairs they go, confident that they can win it this time. Moose bringing a zombie
Bomb
this time.
located by attackers.
Big opting to take that castle instead. Toki deciding maybe the clash wasn't the best decision, decides to go for Capcom instead. Unfriendly taking Bandit, who of course is absolutely crucial to keeping this wall safe. Jordan taking Goyo instead. It's a bit of a rotation in terms of their lineup. Hopefully it's stronger and a little bit more effective against the attack that they're preparing.
5
But of
seconds
course,
remaining.
they do have Thatcher on the board, decoy is going to make
Attackers are
getting
moving to
that
defuse
wall
the
open
bomb.
very, very easy. Now,
Secured.
Unfriendly could risk it and try to bandit trick the wall. You know, we've seen people do more difficult stuff,
Clear of blast.
but that is very, very risky, especially with that drone hole and especially with that vertical potential. You really want to be risking your stuff like that. And it looks like Genius already inside of Bakery, completely uncontested. They completely left it open for him. Cam goes out as well, and he is not contested at all. They do have a proxy, so they know he's there. Moose with a nice well-placed Kiva barrier to keep an eye on that side of the map, and it's Jordan who's on red stairs making sure that he doesn't get too comfortable inside of Bakery. Meanwhile, Toki all the way on top floor with a very, very deep roam. Genio droning out the area for himself. He knows there's Jordan on the stairs, and he knows there's one on the double door. Meanwhile, it's Null with the first engagement who takes out Unfriendly, but those numbers are immediately evened out when it's Vig who takes out Genio, and it's Kozak losing a lot of HP away from sight. Meanwhile, Null also losing a lot of HP does take out Jordan, and it's a Capcan trap next that kills Kozak, leaving these attackers in a very, very bad position. You know, Null is very low HP. He's about a breath away from being dead, and it's Anvil just as far away from being dead as he gets downed. I'm not sure from the stairs or from the breach, but this is not looking bright here for young Null, who is now going to have to jump in through Kochek, which does have a proxy on the window, so they know exactly where he is, and especially shooting it there revealed his position completely. It's Vig with an angle, waiting, expecting. He knows he's there. He tries to bait with the drone, but it's not quite enough. It's Vig who takes the kill. And yeah, it was Moose from the top of the stairs to down Anvil in that crucial moment. Another round there for Team 4. Nice little back and forth. 1-1-1-1. Looking interesting for sure. Back upstairs they go, bringing pretty much the same lineup, except opting for the Thorn instead of the Castle this time.
Attackers need to locate
Probably
and
realizing
defuse bomb.
maybe we don't need the Castle that badly. It's the same lineup, just, you know, different people taking the same operators, which is really, really interesting to see how much they're flip-flopping these roles. And, you know, maybe it's just understanding, hey, maybe I wasn't really fit for this role. I feel like I maybe should be playing a little bit
Attackers have
more
located a bomb.
passively, a little bit more defensively. But you did really well, you got a lot of kills, maybe you should go and play a little bit of aggro, go on that roam, do that sort of stuff.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Usually people like to flip-flop like that. You know, this isn't
5
pro league.
seconds
People
left.
don't have set roles that they were specifically hired for.
Attackers
So,
are heading
it's all
out
about
to
trial and
defuse
error.
bomb.
You know, you realize, hey, maybe I'm not really fit for this. Could you take this role and I'll do yours here. Vice versa, you know, figuring out what works and what doesn't, and just making sure, because these aren't bad operators. It's a good lineup, but in the right hands it can be even stronger. And off to the roof they go. Genio, this time making sure to stay alive. Last time he was first picked very early on in the round, and that wasn't there was a lot of utility that they could have saved for those castle barricades. Being a lot more careful now. They actually droning it out, and Null, a really good investigation of Piano with that Yana clone. Meanwhile, Moose inside of Pixel holding the fort down, making sure that they can't contest them that quickly. Minute down now, and his first smoke canister goes down. That wastes about 20 seconds on a push-ish. So you don't really want to be throwing them out willy-nilly.
Attacker's
You
bomb
want to be
diffuser
saving
has
them
been
for
dropped.
when there's a surefire attack going on, and apparently getting a little bit probably a little bit antsy. Genius taking a lot of damage inside of Piano. Pixel. Moose dies at the hands of Mace from undoubtedly that window.
Attackers
No,
have
it was
recovered
from
their
the
diffuser.
breach. Huge kill, and another huge kill there from Genio to swing the favor even more, to swing the advantage even more in his favor. 5v3 now for these defenders. They do have a lot of area denial, and that area denial is called Jordan. He kills one. Free fires does not really do anything. Toki holding the fort down on top of White Stairs, making sure they can't push this. Kozak engaging with the friendly, taking a lot of damage, and it's Genio who takes out Toki. Another domino falls as Jordan is left in a 1v4 all by himself. He gets the kill onto Genio. That's a huge kill there, but he's on very low HP, and he still has 3 attackers to take care of, and a nade goes out, misses just barely. He knows there's going to be one pushing him from Pixel. He's wary of that, but he also knows he has way too many angles to cover. He gets another one. It's a 3K so far for Jordan. He's going to have the ace to win this round. That's diffuser out of the hands of the attackers. They bring it back up again. They're planting, and he knows it. He gets another one. That's a quad. Jordan could ace here. Could ace here for the win. Ring around the rosy around this bar, and Jordan unlucky there. He could have had that. Oh, great effort from Jordan, but unlucky there as he was swinging that with the pistol, and Null knew exactly where he was. Great try from Jordan to get that 4K. Could have almost been an ace. Wow. Huge round there from Team 3, though, to swing that back around, because that got way closer than it should have. Jordan was on the brink of an ace there, and it was quite huge.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
It looks like they're gonna give it another shot at defending this top floor. You know, they got really close there, but it was not quite enough. There's a peat holes in this trash wall to reinforce the right-hand side. Usually people will go the left-hand side, leave the right-hand side open, do some head holes. But a lot of the time it's personal preference, and it's up to what you want to do. There's really not a rule for that. As is most things with Siege, you know, it's kind of up to you. There's not really like a right or wrong way to do pretty much anything. It's all up to how you play and how your team plays and play style.
5 seconds left.
And a whole bunch of other factors. So somebody's, you know, giving you shit, being like, oh, you're playing wrong.
Locate a bomb and defuse
You're
it.
not doing it wrong. You're just doing it your way. Sure, it might not work, but that doesn't make it wrong, because it'll work. It'll work eventually. You could call it a fluke. I call it difference in playstyle. And I mean, you know, for example, you could say, oh, that's the right way to play, as Toki takes out 2, does get traded out eventually, but that is a huge pick there from Toki. I don't know if that was a run out or how the fuck he got those 2 kills, but that is huge news there. Very quickly, these attackers are again left without any utility to get these hatches open. Go down, and will take him out with that SC3K. I think that was from the skylight, which is a nice shot, but how much is it really worth? Or how much is it really going to be worth? I think that's Vig inside a piano. Yep, holding down the fort, making sure that they can't attack him. He's getting very aggressive here under this hatch. He could have lost his head there. Luckily he didn't. Taking out these drones, making sure that they have as little information as possible. He's peeking, hoping, praying he catches somebody off guard. And that somebody would probably be Jordan, who is currently playing inside a bathroom, and one wrong peek into those doorways and he's dead from the skylight. Mace, meanwhile, making his way onto
A bomb has been located.
the north side rappel,
Enemy tag terminal.
or east side rather, to try and see what he can do
Changing mags.
from the rappel. There goes Jordan down at the hands of Null, who's on rappel on this window alongside Mace, and he's making his way inside of these white stairs. 3 fires, 1 angle, 3 fires, another, and he does get rid of Vig. That's a huge effort now from Unfriendly to try and win this. He tries to run away as he whips those shots, but unfortunately it's Mace to clean up the round. Take another one on the board for Team 3. This is a very, very interesting match so far. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Back downstairs they go. Team 3 sets themselves up for
Attackers have located a bomb.
into the first half. Or at least give themselves an even split. Trying it again downstairs. Once it didn't work, once it worked. Will it work again now? Or will they crumble the way they did the first time? Bringing a similar lineup as before. Moose deciding to go for the cross this time, which could be
5 seconds
strong.
left.
But I think the Team 3 is just
Attacker's
droning
objective
way
is
too
to
much
defuse
for
a bomb.
cross to be that much of a problem. Unless, you know, it's coming to the dire seconds of the round and you just have no other choice to fall windows without really paying attention and you lose your life. But you know, who knows? And that castle is going to be wasting a lot of time now. It looks like they're going to be going for a bakery push this time, and I think that breach charge will blow that Goyo canister as well.
Breach.
Time, and it does not. That wall also gets opened as Mace does die from inside a bakery, gets traded out. That's null. He takes out Vic, that's their hard breach gone. They did get prep wall open, but that's not quite enough. And unless they're getting flanked from inside a small bake, they just get a cam on him. They know he's there, and he knows they're there as well. He gets the kill. There goes Toki with a huge flank. And a diffuser control. He knows there's somebody in restaurant, and that's Genio who loses the head. Meanwhile, Kozak gets pushed from inside a prep, as does Zanville Moose with a huge 2K to clean up the round and take it on the board. 3-3. What a back and forth. As we watch this split go on, Unfriendly, 0 kills. Now I know my premonition was came true last time, and I know that it came true a lot of times before that. I don't know. If I do have the magical powers, I'm just gonna be sprinkling them around there. Make sure that Unfriendly gets it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They're taking this top floor. Moose bringing the Amaru. I wonder if that's going to be a repick, and it is going to be.
Bomb located by
Toki begging
attackers.
to get a kill. He has a kill. He's fine. He's 7. He's chilling. I think he's probably talking about Unfriendly. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I said it right before he told me to, so I don't know if he jinxed me now,
10
or
seconds left.
if I'm just not quite that psychic.
5 seconds remaining.
Don't bully, says Unfriendly. I'm not bullying. I'm trying to help you, okay?
Attackers
I'm trying to help you
the
swear.
bomb.
Yeah, Moose repicks off of that Amaru onto Icy instead. Undoubtedly a way better pick. Just because it risks less. I have to say that Amaru isn't good. I mean, she does have the gun 6, she does have the LMG, she does have the flashes. She can be very, very strong in her own right, but it's not really the ideal operator. Meanwhile, Genie, of course, is always playing the Thunderbird. I don't know if that smoke was a misclick, or if they meant to throw that to throw them off, but that's kind of a waste, seeing as they achieved nothing with it. Those hatches do get open. They're watching those cams like a hawk. Kozak rotating all the way outside. This could be huge. He runs out.
Defender has been
There's no
discovered.
one on this side.
Loading
And they're
back.
going to be expecting more runouts now, which could waste time if they're not careful.
Track stingers out!
That's a thorn gadget that almost does some damage to, or that does do quite a lot of damage to Toki actually. Not quite enough yet. Toki deploying these gridlock tracks, and it's Genio with a huge 2K to get rid of Jordan, and Moose with a nasty runout that was not covered by either a Claymore, which they had plenty of in pocket, nor was it covered by a person. Null takes another one, traded out by Vig, but this is very, very huge now from Vig, and Unfriendly to try and win. And Vig, probably unaware of this fact, is getting flanked by Kozak, who's following in his footsteps. Meanwhile, Vig already at the top of red stairs, gets a kill onto Null. Brings the numbers down a little bit, but it's not quite enough, and especially with that low HP and Unfriendly still on the roof. They do have some pings. He could get a kill. Vig gets a huge kill on those red stairs. Kozak walks straight into a Claymore. Brings these numbers a little bit closer together. Vig knows there's one on Pixel. Does a little bit of damage. Can't quite get the kill, though. That shield goes away as well, giving him a clearer line of sight. He downs Mace, there we go, and he does die from Anvil inside of Pixel. It's all up to Unfriendly now. He knows there's
10
one on
seconds
white.
remaining.
He knows there's one downed. He's gonna try and go for a plant, as there's not much else
5
he can
seconds
do.
to go. Attackers
Drops it
recover
in
the bomb.
user, picks it back up again. And that Thorn gadget almost kills him. Anvil going for the res instead of
Attackers
just going
are
straight for
activating
the push. And Unfriendly gets the kill onto Anvil, who was
Defenders have eyes on the
mid-reload
diffuser.
animation,
Attackers
couldn't really
need to
do
protect.
much, and it's Unfriendly to clutch this round and take it for himself. And there we go. My premonition stays alive. My premonition stays alive. Okay. Toki with an interesting. Yeah, I don't think he's watching the stream. I can see the view count. And I'm the only person in my stream currently, which is depressing, but you know, I need it for tech evaluation.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They're just
Attackers
fighting
have
in all
discovered the
chat.
location
They're
of a bomb.
angry that Unfriendly did such an incredible thing there. It's understandable, their worry, about, you know, stream sniping. It is strictly, and I mean strictly against the rules. So,
10 seconds
we've
to
had
go.
some issues with that in the past, and, you know,
5
I do
seconds
this
to
as,
insertion.
you know, for fun, and as sort of a service to anybody who
Attackers are
wants
moving to
to
defuse
watch
the bomb.
either themselves do well in a scrim or others do well in a scrim, who just wants to watch a scrim play out. So to abuse that by stream sniping, even though there's a delay, there's about a 7 or 8 second delay, even with the delay, to go and abuse that is really disrespectful to me, who I'm putting my time into this and effort, but also to everyone else who's playing. I mean, if you really can't win fairly, and the only way that you can win is by stream sniping, I think that's really right. But enough about the rules. No one cares about the rules. On the roof and on the east side rappel are these attackers trying to find a way into sight. On a 4-3 split so far in this half. We could be looking at an overtime. Jordan, or who the fuck is it? That's Moose. My apologies. Jordan likes to play a lot of floors. It's been not on floors. And speaking of Jordan, he dies to Genio, and again another run out, not covered by air jabs, not covered by claymores, which they have plenty of, not covered by people, not covered by anybody. And there it goes. One's inside of cocktail bath right now, dies instantly. That was Unfriendly, who tried to swing in through the cocktail window. Did not help him all that much. Meanwhile, Big does get the kill of the Kozak, but he can't do quite much more than that, as that Mew Jammer is stopping him from being able to breach into Piano and get control of at least that part of the map. He's being joined by Toki, meanwhile Moose making his way all the way up from bottom red stairs, all the way up from the bottom floor. This is going to be a very difficult round to try and win here. Genio again, huge play there to win it the way that he did. That run out again going completely unpunished, and Unfriendly taken out. Unfriendly getting taken out when he tried to swing in. Big nice scale onto Null. Meanwhile, Moose rotating away from red and onto white, and it's Anvil with an off angle to get the kill. Vig, meanwhile, cleaning up inside a Piano to take out Mace. Anvil wasn't very low HP after fighting there with Vig, but Genio's Kona station does save his life. Anvil, Vig, meanwhile, going for the plant, and that plant does go down. Inside of Freezer now, Genio does take out one. It's all up to Toki. Toki is going to use the freezer. Toki does get downed, and that's GG's for this round. I think they're aware that he's down.
Bomb diffuser disabled by
That
defenders.
diffuser does go, does get disabled, and it's 4-4. What a nice little back and forth. Vig leading the leaderboard so far, or leading the scoreboard. I don't know. Leading so far in kills. Right behind him are Null and Genio. Null, of course, was the MVP of the previous match. That is going to look really, really good for his R6 leaderboards run. As will it look for Vig, because Vig was already near the top last time.
Locate and
so
defuse
now,
bombs.
with a double update from 2 scrims, it's going to be 2 scrims. Basement they go, or not basement, but to bakery they go, for the second time? I believe
Bomb
so,
located
yes,
by
I believe
attackers.
it's the second time if they've gone here.
Razor wire going up.
10 seconds to insertion.
Give me 60 seconds.
5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Camera in.
Bringing Castle as well. This time Moose did not pick off of the Amaru and is instead staying put, playing her, and
The
see
attacker's
exactly what I
bomb
talked
diffuser
about.
has been
Mace did
dropped.
do the sort of
Camera activated.
predictable strategy to extend into Whiskey Bar, but it's
Attackers
Genio
recovered the
again.
diffuser.
I think that was a spawn peek this time. Yeah, it was onto Trophy. That's their Thatcher gone. But no wall denial apart from Anvil, so those walls might get opened anyway, but that is a huge pick nevertheless.
Drone activated.
Genio, huge spawn peek there to get rid of Toki. Meanwhile, Mace and Null playing off of each other inside of Bacon Prep. The attack looks like it's going to be rotating all the way to the opposite side, and it's Moose who's into... He's on the roof, never mind. Genio, meanwhile, inside of Study, or that would be Kozak actually. I think Genio's still in the room as well. There goes Jordan. Slowly starting to buck open these floors. Oh, but I don't know if he's aware. Kozak could be going for a huge flank here. He has him on lock. He knows exactly where he is, and I think he's going to ask somebody to get on those cams and to get perfect view of him. Of course, all 3 cams currently upstairs, which is huge. from him right now. He knows exactly where he is. He knows there's two of them. It's Null who's going upstairs, up red stairs. So far undetected. They don't have a Nomad, and they haven't placed down any Claymores, which, you know, if they did, I don't know how much they're going to stop him. Null making his way inside of Museum. So far undetected, and he gets the kill on 2 moves. He gets another little bit of damage. It does he does onto Jordan, who does take him out. Nullifies that damage, but it's still quite a lot of damage to have gotten done.
Reloading.
And it's Kozak who has Jordan's number, currently hunting him upstairs. They're doing a little bit of ring around the Rosie, and will it be Jordan who's victorious? He pushes all the way down red stairs.
Sequential breach.
Decides it's not worth it, and I think that's Genio still on the
15
road.
seconds remaining.
10 seconds left on the clock, and Unfriendly with the kill onto Anvil
10
could be
seconds to
swinging
go.
this around a little bit, but it's Genio still who's rotating
5 seconds
only now. Jordan inside of sight going for a plant, and it's Unfriendly to kill Mace, leaving them in a 3v2. Genio doing a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Kozak still the only one left alive. Gets one, but still 2 more left to go. He can't quite get it. A T4 take another round to make it 5-4. Big. Evermore leading this in kills. Null and Genio both hit those double digits. And Unfriendly getting himself off the bottom of of the bottom of the scoreboard. And Jordan, 22nd meta for the win. I think very much so. Yes, it was definitely for the win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb.
Station in place.
Back downstairs they go. Trying to do it one more time. Couldn't do before. Can they do it now?
Reloading. Kona station in place.
Again, a little bit bickering going on.
10 seconds
inside
remaining.
of all chat. Hope, it's not going to be
Ready to go.
5
anything
seconds
mean.
remaining.
Camera.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Doorway secured.
Welcome back.
This time not bringing the castle. Mace instead going for Azami. He does play quite a lot. Genio attempting to spawn peek yet again. Takes a little bit of damage, but nothing that the Kona stations can't remedy very, very quickly. On the opposite end, it's Unfriendly who took a lot of damage from Genio. Stays alive though. 30 seconds gone. They're just now getting ready to push into Bakery as they're getting everything droned out. Making sure they're not getting caught off guard. Making sure they're not giving anything away before they absolutely need to. And it's another run-up from Genio. He cleans it up. He gets rid of Toki, and that's the sledge gone. They still have the buck for the verticality, but that is a very, very important operator. As well as those 2 nades now gone from their hold. That is, I think, Unfriendly on the window. He swings in, and it's Genio who cleans up. It's Moose instead, and that's their hard breach gone. They have no hard breach left apart from Jordan's can openers, which aren't the most useful out there. Genio, full HP and 2 lives. Taken! He takes another life! Vig does trade him out, but that's now 4v2. Make it 3v2 as Unfriendly does get a kill onto Mace. Meanwhile, that's Kozak rotating down Brown stairs. Do they even know he's there? They do! And Vig gets the kill. Brings it down to 2v2. This could be a huge round they can put themselves on match point if Big and Unfriendly could do this. They have that wall open. This could be huge. Also, I misspoke. I did not realize that they had an ace. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, and a visual glitch on this breach. Oh, but it's... Oh, that is a very, very weird glitch. That Selma charge just went right through the wall.
Swapping mags!
And it's Null with a very, very huge off angle that they can't really contest. Meanwhile, Anvil actively contesting them, and it's Vig who gets the kill. But this could be the round for Null as he gets the kill onto Unfriendly. Now with the pistol in hand, he has to go up against Vig. Vig standing tall. He crouches at the just wrong moment, and Vig cleans it up, brings them onto match point. Vig ever so close to picking this team apart completely and going into double digits. We've seen double digits before. We've seen Dansken hit it. We've seen Vig hit it. We've seen Wesley hit it. We've seen Peter hit it. But it's definitely a very, very small club of players who have gotten 20 plus kills in a game. It's paused. I don't. Okay, well, it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Take some trauma plates.
Kona on standby.
Flying ADS.
Bit of a technical difficulty. Yeah, the quick pause didn't really work. Sometimes it doesn't. Unfortunately, this is going to have to play out in a 4v5.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds to insertion.
Unfortunately, nothing can be done
5
about this. I really tried to pause it, but it didn't work.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Stay clear of ADS line of fire.
Not sure what's gonna happen now. I don't know if they want to play this round out like it doesn't count, or what they want to do. To do rehost this far into a scrim, I think would be a bit silly while we get everything set up. So hopefully, it's all going to turn out fine. I really just don't know what they're intending to do.
Drone is ready.
I will be honest, I don't think they're gonna need it all that much. Never mind, because it's Kozak who dies first,
Activating Selma.
and Genio is being swiftly countered as well. Null who takes the next most damage from those windows. Genio trying to rotate his way back up. Meanwhile, Anvil dying inside of sight. Okay, there we go. Mace is back. I don't know what they want to do, if they want to surrender this round. Make it last another round, or if they want to not do that.
Reloading.
Inside of sight is Toki, already going for a plant. And inside of Genio, there's Null who loses his life. Genio does to get the trade. That's not quite enough, and that's GG's. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties. We'll be back in a sec. We're trying to fix this up. Okay, so what do you want to do? It Wait, okay, don't, no, there's no need for name calling. Okay, did he leave? Okay, great. Yeah, dude, I tried to pause it. You can watch you can watch the fucking stream. I clicked pause and it didn't. Well, the timeout. Okay, so the timeout. Whenever you call the timeout, it will only like happen after the round. And I clicked on the pause, but it went ahead with it anyway. Yeah, and it didn't work. So.
That had no traps on it.
It was
We had
just
so many
like,
claymores.
we threw everything we had because we knew you were going to jump out, and then it just none of it worked.